Hey, hello and a very warm welcome everybody, it's me Spuds and here we are back in Hexagiggle, our 16 GB city. Loving how this area came out last week. New content creator packs of face, love them. Now just before we get into what we're going to be doing this week, a couple of things I want to mention. I got a great comment from a viewer, David, there, who reminded us about the system page file trick. For those of you who don't know, if you've got an SSD, something like an M.2 NVMe drive, something like that, a solid state drive, you can assign some of the space of that to a system page file to basically uses virtual RAM. So it's certainly an option for those of you out there who are looking to do something with 16 gigabytes of RAM on your system. You can actually use your page file to increase that with virtual RAM as an option for folks. It's worth knowing. I should have brought that up in the very first episode, really. And although we are keeping that as an option for the future, I'm going to try and avoid messing about with that for the time being, just to keep in the spirit of the 16 gigabyte thing, as it were. And because we're uploading the save and I don't want to hide things from you, I will show you that where are they over here. We have used one or two service blocks. If I just come in to move it. Now this is an office, and then underneath I've just placed a couple more service cubes, which are also offices, just to add a few more jobs there. Unfortunately, if I actually, let's bring that out again. If I drag that out, not quite as effective as I thought they were going to be. If I click on one of them, come on to move it first. Oh. As you see, only got 2 jobs in it, so yeah, I was expecting that to be more like 20 or something, so not quite as effective as I thought it was going to be. Right, what are we going to get into today? We're going to do something fairly fantastical. Main feature is going to be over here. And we're going to build a zoo in a castle here. The one tricky thing we're going to have is we're on the edge of this tile here, so we've got little bits of funky rendering here, what you get with areas where you're having boards, so that might give us a little bit of a headache. But basically, yeah, we're going to have a full zoo here with a castle within a castle. We'll make a custom drawbridge out of POs here. We'll create a custom cliff along here, maybe add a ferry stop, and maybe a couple of bits and bobs along here. But what I'm also wanting to do is address this area and kind of continue the rail detailing around the edge of the canal here as well, because there's not much we can do with this space here really, with the rails going past and what have you, except turn that into another rail yard. I'm thinking it won't be a functional one, it'll just be decorative. Right, anyway, with that, lot to do there, so I'm going to jump in and I will see you in a few moments after the time lapse. Okay, so we're back, and yeah, pretty over the moon with this, but not quite as over the moon as I should be, because I didn't quite get finished with all the detailing that I wanted to do here. City did run into a bit of an issue while I was building this, and basically we run out of cash, so I had to go and stop building this and take some emergency measures and put a quick little DLC oil industry area in to get the cash going again and what have you, because yeah, we've been running the city for the last week or two pretty much on a shoestring, and in the process of building this it decided to start plummeting. As you can see, got 5 million now, nice little income coming in, and yeah, a few more people as well. Right, so a few little interesting things to talk about here. Did something kind of experimental and used pedestrian roads instead of the paths for the zoo. And because we've done that, as you can see, we've got the odd service vehicle like a police car rolling around and stuff. Because we use this road, these buildings all wanted internal services. So over in the corner here, this thing's actually a garbage processing thing. It's called it's off the workshop. It's called a small biogas plant or something. If I just going to move it quickly and drag that away, as you can see underneath, we've got police, death care, and fire. And it itself is a garbage facility, and we've got that kind of tucked away like a little service area. Oh yeah, quite happy with that. And I'll show you how we removed the paths in a minute. One of the other things I've been doing is using the Bob mod to get rid of the trees that were in all these different enclosures and replace them with some of the newer trees, which yeah, they're just much more suitable, aren't they? Really love them, these trees. They're nice, aren't they, the baobabs? Oof. And yeah, up this end we haven't had as much time to finish off the gardening as I would have liked. As I say, run into issues with the budget and stuff. So yeah, that looks very different with the trees, doesn't it? This has a big tree in the front and kind of a path that goes around that we took out. Mate, look at how this come out. But yeah, I need to record this kind of voicey bit today and now, otherwise it'll be a couple of days before I can get back and use the nice microphone here and what have you. So yeah. Right, let's show you how we got rid of the paths, and then I'll show you how we did the custom drawbridge over here. If I let's get our pick mod actually. If I just pick that for example, you know, we run into our weird little bug there with the theme mix. Every now and again, see, no LUT. It unloads the LUT every now and again, theme mix, for some reason. No idea why. So to get rid of these paths, if we use our network multi-tool and we go to unlock, we can unlock these paths around it. Ooh. Lock that one. But anyway, you see how that's done anyway, so. And then it would just be a case of moving it further over so it's still got connection. and then you can add your own paths and whatever the hell you feel like, as we did over there. Right, so the drawbridge, yes, a couple of things to show you with that. Roads, and the small road and the gravel road, isn't it? Force bridge. That's what we used to create these sections across here, and then the pillars we've PO'd to create the bastions, or whatever you call them, whatever I think it's bastion, isn't it? I'm not sure that is the right word, but never mind. And this one we've just used node controller to stretch it to match into this bridge here, which is one of the content creator pack bridges, if I recall. So if I select that, yeah, there we go, from the bridges and peer content creator pack, and that's that one we've used for that section. Look at that come out there, just about squeezing the train through. And then the other nifty little bit we've done with this is the supports, which you may recognise. They're the, what's the names, the monorail tracks. And then we've got rid of the didn't want to get hold of, did it? There we go. So yeah, that's how we've used them. Simple as you like. Right. So yeah, did put a couple of other bits and bobs in. Now again, this wasn't as detailed as I would have liked, because yeah, we were very pushed for time with the problem with the budget. So yeah, come along here with just some low density housing, build out that space in a similar way to the way we did around here, and similar detailing. Again, not fully finished yet. I'll finish some of that off just now before I go and set some cinematics up. And then this area over here, we basically added a church and a small school and some graveyards. We continued the rock motif around that we've been using. Now we did have a road coming through this way, which we got rid of and brought it around this way. It was causing a bit too much traffic conflict here. And that's partly because what we also did to sort the budget out was quickly through this down. Now I know this is untidy as hell and needs tidying up. But yeah, we had to go and build this really quick before we absolutely went broke. And let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we're up to level 5. So we still got about 600 jobs there we can fill. So, and to kind of stop this overstressing this area, we put a couple of little sneaky connections in. One here that connects at just the right point to be able to get onto the highway that way and the highway that way, and then we've added a slip lane here and here so that traffic can get off from either direction as well and come in this way. So yeah, right, I shall go and finish off these last bits of detailing, and then I'll set some cinnies up and what have you, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you all for watching, and enjoy the cinematics, and I shall see you all next time.